We're live with the Midwest F1 Tier 2 League, our Friday league. Very exciting league, might I add that. Scraps race adds a real flair for the dramatics, and especially the start, the beginning, and the feature race, the 25% race, is also quite the exciting and exhilarating race. Looking very much forward to what is to partake tonight between these drivers in Mexico. A very much preferred track. Being from North America, I do enjoy how the North American track, all three of them, don't be offended, but I'm not the biggest fan of the American track. It's good, but it's not the best. But Cam, howdily doodly, nice to see ya. Kata, I gotta say, is the bottom three of the North American tracks, in my opinion. But still a solid track, fun track, but Canadian here, so I gotta represent Canada as the number one for me. And then I gotta go Mexico, and then into the United States of America, but Mexico where we are today. Looking forward to a nice, fun, hard race. Stat, our boy, your boy, everyone's boy up at the top there to start. Helg, a replacement, as you can see, for Mercedes tonight, as Jonesy is out for the evening. Drops way down the order, all the way to 8th. Yeah, he seems to be holding that position very well. Mystic Joker, our race winner of last night in Tier 1 at Silverstone, is jumping around with El Magico, who ended up 3rd. Just behind the Renault teammates of Cam and Mystic Joker, the reserve for that night, as C. Barry was posting some very cool photos of him. The photo of him and a pretty snazzy race car that he was taking out for a spin on his nice little vacation that he's enjoying. But he'll be back next week, I truly believe. But right now we see 2 Haas's in the top 4, which is really nice to see for that team. Meeb kind of not smack talking Mystic Joker, but you know, telling him that he was hoping that he could be out there yesterday, can show him a little bit of a competition, and he proves himself worthy as he collects pole position over Mystic Joker here today, with Stat and his teammate Hash coming in 3 and 4. Taking a look at our qualifying here, we seem to have collected some crashes in the back there, but if you just finish your lap, you're gonna finish up higher than many of these other guys. Let's go from 20 to 1. Let's change it up here. Asenik and Yolmir crashing out, as did Lord Zed, Scavney, and OG Northerner. Those who finished are Corvette, K-Dog, Freeman, Fee-Man. They always find each other. I swear to God, they always find each other and want to go side by side and make my life difficult. JC Blackley, Monkey Mafia, Air, the best Pawns Random Series, F1 driver, Helg, also F1, Magico, podium yesterday, Stat, your host, my friend, Hash in 3, Mystic Joker 2, and Meeb gets the revenge, but proves his worthy, as I said before, topping Mystic Joker in the poll for today. Rain. Now, I said flair for dramatic, did I not? And this is going to bring it. This is a very fun league that brings in a lot of calculated chaos. I don't think anyone will be mad at me for saying that, but calculated chaos is a fun word. And it is a wet race, so chaos may not be as calculated as people are hoping it to be. But really looking forward to this. This wet race in Mexico is going to be very enjoyable. We're going to have to see. It doesn't look like it's raining too hard. I'm not sure if they'll be on full wets or just intermediates here, as all these drivers are kind of going over their race strategy now, as there's been a wrench thrown into their cogs, which is a fun word to say. And we are going in 5 lights, and they are all up and they're out now. Oh, pretty close. I'd be off pretty well. Looks like OG Northerner got a really good start. You see, he had to fly up to the side and avoid air in the back there. Mystic Joker actually got a much better start on Meeb, as we see all these drivers now on intermediates. Stat, unfortunately, not getting the best start. El Magico making up a couple positions. Now sandwiched between the two Haas's. Seems Intermedius is going to be the way to go for the day. We may have some crashes down below. Yeah, Lord Zed, Freeman, and Freeman once again together. They end up crashing out and going down the line a little bit. I'll bring up my mini map here so we can see what's going on. Freeman seems to still be collecting himself as we get a virtual safety car, as these drivers just are finishing up sector 1 here. Get some penalties thrown these drivers' way, but we have a steward system for the reason, and these drivers maybe end up using it after this is all said and done. We'll take a quick peek at position changes. Scavney and OG Northern are picking up some decent positions, added Yolmir and Astanik. 8, 6, 6, and 6. Big loss right now is Feeman with 8. Air also losing 6. And Helg, unfortunately, also losing 6. Some position changes up at the top there, but nothing too crazy. As we go green, coming through the stadium section in Sector 3, Mystic Joker may not have realized that we went green, or whatnot, but he finds himself off now, finds himself in 3rd place, having to battle wheel to wheel here with El Magico. Right on board with Mystic Joker here, representing the Renault for this evening, as he did for last night. El Magico and him, as I said before, wheel to wheel, but Mystic Joker has the outside. El Magico has the later braking though, and is going to take the inside line, and actually is going to collect 2nd place for his troubles. He's going to have Meeb to work with. Let's check what our boy Stat's up to here, down in 5th place, looking to gain a little positions. We see 5 cars driving, or we see 20 cars driving. We see 5 cars driving into the pit lane. There we go. I somewhat kind of not really saved it. Stat getting right tight up on his teammate Hash, trying to get on that podium step. As with the late additions here of Mystic Joker, Stat is a normal on the podium there, but now the top 3 of me, El Magico, and Mystic Joker kind of separate themselves in the field on a weekly basis now. So it makes Stats a lot tougher of a job to get up on one of those steps. And he's going to have to overtake his teammate to do so here. Best Pond seemed to be getting real close and actually taking the inside line there on Random Serious. Random Serious not giving up and trying to fight for that position back. But Best Pawns makes a lovely move around the outside there, collecting 6th place after all that is said and done. Asnik and Air going wheel to wheel in the exact same position. Asnik not giving in as they stay right close together. Air gets a little bit of understeer and is drifting galore in these wets here as he's trying to find his traction. Yolmir into the pit actually. Meeb has opened up a 2.5 second gap between him and El Magico, which is quite a large gap so soon. After just the restart, it just seemed to be in 1 lap before he set that massive gap. Mystic Joker picking up a purple Sector 1, which virtually is just whoever can hit that chicane the best and gets the best run out of that last turn of 16 and 17. No DRS today, so passing is going to be a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to really get a good run on someone and capitalize on a mistake. Here we see Mystic Joker getting a pretty good run on El Magico, but that straight stretch in the end of Sector 2 there isn't long enough. Ooh, Mystic really just getting on the tail here of El Magico, as El Magico is holding off Mystic Joker, and the gap between him and Meeb is increasing for 1st place. We're starting to see this race open up a little bit. As I've got the stops on, we'll change that to the position changes and see who's collected up the most positions here, and that'd be Scabney with 9. Asnik has also collected 8. JC Blackley looks like he may have gotten off there, as did Yolmir, as you can see all the way back in Sector 2. JC is into the pits as well. Still on with Mystic Joker as he is looking for a second position here, but he's going to have to deal with El Magico, and El Magico is no slouch of a driver. Proving that yesterday, as I said before, being the only other car that wasn't colored yellow to collect a podium, and it being third place. But make sure, as I've brought up that now, make sure you go check out that race, which is on our YouTube channel, which is a very exhilarating and fun race, must I say so myself. I enjoyed it from beginning to end in the interviews and qualifyings and all in its entirety. Mystic getting a very good run out of that slaloms there, which is actually known as the S's, funny enough. You think if they come up with a little bit better of a nickname, but that's what I got on my screen, so that's what I'm going to consider it as and call it as. Mystic looking for a little bit of an outside move, but can't get it done. Asnick picking up a 3-second time penalty here. Mystic is really hoping for this rain to subside so he can collect DRS. It's quite the challenge to overtake El Magico. He's getting a little bit of a slipstream. El Magico can sense the danger and goes to defend the inside line. Ooh, and then kind of takes that inside line and blocks off Mystic Joker there. Still holding on to second place. Let's go check onto Meeb's cam for a second. Oh, he goes purple in Sector 1. Well, that's boring. Back to Mystic Joker in the battle for second place here. Still trying to work on El Magico. Trying to find a gap. Doesn't want to get over heavy on that throttle. Has a lot of work to go. Now you see that gap right now between third and fourth is starting to close. It's nearly within a second now. This is a very fun battle. OSC Asnick's getting right on air there. Where are we? There you go. We're wheel to wheel as we see the cars now. Asnick battling with the Mercedes. Coming through the S's. The slalom. Slalom's a fun word to say. I'm going to just keep saying the slalom. Coming through the slalom, going a little bit off track. As neither of these drivers seem to have really collected exactly how that section need to have been taken there. Mystic Joker, there we go. Seems to have gotten a pretty good run at El Magico, and just kidding, El Magico seems to have gotten the better run out there as that gap is kind of staying the same. Trying to get in that slipstream as he does. Looks at the inside, thinks about it, and says, better not. Opts out and maybe looking to take a nice cleaner racing line here, which he does. Might open him up for a move into turn 4. Going a little bit wide, unfortunately. And that won't be the area for him. Still looking at the caboose of El Magico. OG Northerner picking up a penalty. His first of the day. Oh! This is a fun little move here. Maybe a switchback? No. Solid attempt. Really trying to push the track limits here to get this move done. I imagine he's getting visibly frustrated here. And Helg, I believe I saw the name there, picks up the 3-second as well. Oh, and is it the time? No, it is not. I think he's going to go for it here. El Magico goes into the middle of the track, cuts the corner. Static picking up a 3-second time penalty. You can see Mystic is throwing everything at him. Hash, both the Haas teammates picking up a 3-second time penalty. Now that gap has opened up a little bit here. '78 Corvette is going to come into this party, I guess. Pulling off to the side, getting those blue flags. The best pawns overtaking Static for 5th place there. They're going to have to be dealing with the overtake of 78 Corvette. Ooh, Stat taking a lunge into the inside. Best Pawns is really going to get hold up from 78 Corvette. Both not seeming to lose much time there. Keeping that very clean, not moving not separating these two fairly much. Here we go back on Mystic as he's still within a quarter second of El Magico. There we go. This is the run that he needs. Gets a very good jump. El Magico just has that late braking in these wets right now. I think that's at least twice now where... Ooh, nice little switchback. That's the second time he's attempted that, but not able to stick it. Yeah, let's check Meeb. Meeb sets fastest lap. Okay, back to the battle for second here. Mystic Joker looking for a good run, trying to get in the slipstream. Too far of a ways, and you can see Mystic Joker's used up all that battery power trying to stay with El Magico. El Magico is actually also out of battery power here. Hash is nearing this little... I don't know what I'm going to say, but he's nearing up on this little group here. I guess we could just simplify. Monkey Mafia picking up a penalty. Hash, as he watches these two cars in front of him battle, is licking his lips and maybe hoping for a mistake from one of them so he can slip in and ruin one of these guys' nights and get onto the podium for him. Oh, Cam, you want to see the Meeb, Cam? Yeah, sure. Okay, back to the battle for second place here. Going through the slaloms. Mystic Joker's making a very good run. Doesn't seem like... Oh, but he's not going to outbreak him. It's as if we've seen this before, chat. Mystic Joker gets that run, but unfortunately isn't able to outbreak him. Maybe this is the time. This is it. Can he get that run? We're going to be pitting pretty quick here. You can visibly see that the tires are getting old. Mystic Joker is able to save a little bit of ERS here, but not enough. El Magico can sense the danger, but not enough danger for him to truly make a defensive move. Mystic now very low on ERS. Astnik picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding into pit lane, so he's probably just going to serve that right in there. We see our boy, your boy, everyone's boy Stat into the pits, as well as Astnik and OG Northerner, as well as Air. Mystic is going to have to pull some sort of rabbit out of this hat to be able to get the job done on El Magico. Credit where it's due, he is not getting too over-aggressive and putting both these cars to a point to end this race. Ooh, is this the run? It may be. There we go. Mystic going right to the inside. Let's see if we can get... We do get a nice camera angle from the game. But once again, El Magico outbreaks Mystic, and Mystic, unfortunately, still in third place. Once again, Hash is within a second. Maybe Hash can get a good run. How much DRS does this lad have? Not enough. Or ERS. Both going to the pits. Ooh, pit stop battle, everyone. Let's see what happens here. Let's check up on Meeb here. And he's lapping Lord Zed. To the pit stop battle we go. In goes El Magico. Oh, a little penalty actually. There you see El Magico, Mystic, a little bit behind. So it seems as his halves won that pit stop battle. The best pawns. Where did you come from? That gap between Mystic and the best pawns is right together. Mystic's pit must have been absolutely atrocious, as now that gap's at 3 seconds. The best pawns has a chance to challenge Mystic Joker for fourth place here. JC got a pretty solid run on his teammate OG, but as you can see, his ERS deployment is at 0 exactly, and his teammates is at completely full, so OG should be able to hold this position off from his teammate. As with them being teammates, they shouldn't over-exert themselves. Ooh. That was a little bit of drifting. Gotta love to see that. Monkey Poppy with another penalty. Ka-chow. Speaking of Monkey, trying to make up some ground on Helg here for 12th place. I think you're right here. Not that corner, he's not drifting. There we go. OG actually lets his teammate by. Whoa. You can tell that these two Red Bulls have a good relationship, unlike that of Max Verstappen and former teammate Ricky Ricardo. Daniel Ricciardo, that was a joke, okay? I'm not an idiot. Oh, called out in the chat. As you see, Mystic has made up that gap between him and El Magico. He's got a decent bit of ERS here. Collecting fastest sector through sector 1 is Mystic. Is it gonna be the time where he can collect second place though? Has Scavney pitted here? If I can get my... There he is. No, he has not. So he's gonna have to pit, and he should drop himself down into somewhere in the 8-9 range. I'm not sure. It seems that El Machico has that set up to be able to take that lunge. Uh-oh, did we lose OG Northerner? Yes, we did. OG Northerner has gone off as the drifting got a little too much. Back onto Mystic we go. Is this it? Is this the lunge? Looking like he's running out of meters. Yes, he is. Oh, looks at the outside. El Magico still outbrakes. Freeman picking up his first 3 seconds of the day. Still not able to get it done here. Mystics has the work cut out for him with El Magico, as it seems from lap 1, El Magico has just been able to hold him off. Mystic, it's as if we've seen this story before. It gets the better run on El Magico, and then even has had his whole car passed, Air picking up a 3-second time penalty. But El Magico just outbrakes him in the corner. Meeb setting another fastest lap. Yawn. Just kidding. Very well done, Meeb. Keep up the good pace. But unfortunately, it seems he may not have a challenger for this race, as from beginning to end, Meeb has just absolutely smoked the competition. Oh, is this it? There we go, he gets a little bit of a later break, and now goes wheel to wheel here through turn 1. Has the inside line through turn 2. El Magico kind of doesn't really give him the room. Pushes him off a little bit. And Mystics is still behind. Scavney is still yet to pit. Spun out there is that, I think that's OG Northerner getting lapped by the Haas of Static Hazard. Opting for the outside down. Oh, lovely little switchback. This could be it. Goes wheel to wheel now as we enter the stadium section in turn 13. El Magico very much able to hold that line better, and then still holds on to third place, which is provisionally second place. He has quite a bit of ERS saved up here. Checking with El Magico, he's got very minimal, so Mystics should be able to take a good run He's gonna, for the time being, take over third place, but once again, is he gonna get outbroke? Yes, he does. El Magico not giving up that position quite lightly as they touch wheels. El Magico still holds on. There we see Mystic Joker really fighting for that inside line, but El Magico not wanting to give him it. He does technically give him a full car's length, but just like within an inch of an exact full car's length of a Formula 1 car. El Magico not giving in. This is just like, what is going on in the rest of the race? Like, who cares? This is just like as exciting as it can get between a two-car battle. Mystic Joker not looking to take the lunge here. El Magico neither using overtake. And this is the thing, this is the advantage that I guess we have here. Freeman going off track. El Magico. Ooh, Freeman gets in. Oh, Freeman gets in the way a little bit as the Alfa Romeo touches tires with his own teammate. There we see Freeman go way out wide. Mystic Joker using the overtake again. El Magico running out of it, as is Mystic. Is this the time? El Magico goes hard to defend the inside line. Mystic is getting a lot more aggressive on that late braking. El Magico misses his braking point a little bit, but still able to hold that position, and we still stay the same. 15 laps later. Oh, hey. Oh, looks as if Lord Zed was just within K-Dog's range, or if K-Dog just passed. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely completely distracted by this battle for second place here. Meeb has virtually opened up a 22-second gap between him and second place, with Scavney still needing to pit. So I've been told by my producer that, ooh, I just picked that up, Aaron, JC Blackley, and Mystic Joker with the 3-second time penalty. Oh no, he gets pushing too hard and picks up a penalty. Who did I say? Error, someone in Mystic Joker. Error, 3-second, Mystic Joker with 1. Chat, if you can remember who I said, can you type it in, please? But unfortunately, that might be the end of the race, unless El Magico couldn't get pushed and forced in to collecting a 3-second time penalty. But with that being that, it looks like Mystic Joker is not going to be able to. Actually, now he might get screwed out of second or third place here. If you look, Best Pawns is still within 3 seconds, and on my note board, I don't have Best Pawns with any time penalties. But no favors in the F1 League here, with El Magico defending the lights out of Mystic Joker this entire race. It's gonna do more damage than just not allowing Mystic Joker to get up into second and then possibly have been battling with Meeb for first, but it's gonna throw him down into fourth place unless somehow this group here can make up the gap or extend that gap between him and Best Pawns. Best Pawns may have one. I'm gonna wire over to the race director quick. Best Pawns. We're looking for. No, he doesn't. Oh no, what am I looking at? That was the tires. Come on, there we go. Yolmir. The Best Pawns. Warning. Oh, so warning 3 seconds. Oh, he does have one. Okay, so ruin the fun. The Best Pawns has a time penalty here in the racing point. Best Pawns, 3 seconds. There we go. But Let's just pretend, just to make this a little bit more fun, as we see Mystic Joker yellow flag through Sector 2 seems to be, well, we're going to see it pretty quick here, but Mercedes of Air seems to have spun out through those slalom section and is going to lose himself 15 plates for his troubles. Unfortunate stuff, say the least. Mystic still not using. OG picks up a penalty for his second of the day. As I was saying, you can see he's really Scabney is yet to pit. You don't need to. Someone help me out here. Do you need to pit with intermediate tires here? Mystic Joker did not get the best run there and will not be able to catch up to El Magico here. Freeman picking up the penalty. We've literally been on board with Mystic Joker this entire race. Here's the gears switch. Okay, so I don't believe you have to pit. I don't believe it's mandatory for a pit in the rain here. You can see though that gap is closing a little bit. With half a lap left, and we'll say 40% of a lap left here, El Magico can see second place. Oh, shoot. Miyu comes over the line for the win. Okay, back to El Magico. See if he can get second place on Scabney. Maybe not deciding to cut the corner one more lap. You'd imagine that Scabney may lose second place and possibly even third. But it seems that Scabney is held on with the no pit stop strategy for second place. Lovely stuff by Scabney there. As we see a McLaren 1-2, with not seeing a 1-2 finish in any of the races here through the Midwest F1 League, we see a McLaren 1-2 today and a Renault 1-2 yesterday. Very fun stuff. But I'm not sure if I finished my thought prior, but a bunch of unserved penalties here as we see still some cars to jumble around here. I'll go through the driver lineup here. McLaren with a 1-2 finish. Meeb and Scabney. El Magico rounding out the podium on third. Mystic Joker, a pissed off fourth place, you can say the least. The best Pawns, unfortunately, in fifth place as he collected up a penalty, and the fifth place is the best that he could do. But I'll finish my thought quickly. Scabney picking up driver of the day. We will get Clogmonger in here to co-host the scraps race with me, as we see Meeb up on the podium. A very usual place to see that chap. Meeb has collected a podium in at least every series we've done here at each circuit so far this year. Clog coming in. The boy, Clog. We'll wait until Stat pulls us out of the party, then I'll get him in. But I'll just go down through this driver lineup quickly. I was at Best Pawns in 5th, going from 8th to 5th. Hash going from 3rd to 6th. Aggravating, say the least. Random Serious holding his position today. Static Hazard not doing what he was hoping to do, going from 4th to 8th. Asnick going from 20th to 9th, a very solid finish for him. JC Blackley making up position. Lord Zed going from 18th to 11th. Helg going from 6th to 12th, not what you want to see from him. K-Dog as she goes up one position from 14th to 13th. Monkey Mafia dropping back 4 positions. Air dropping back 6 positions in the Mercedes. Yolmir going up 3. Feeman going up. See, they find each other. I swear to God, they find each other. Feeman and Freeman, 17th and 18th. OG Northerner going 16th to 19th, and Corvette 15th to 20th, unfortunately. And that'd be the sound of Clogmonger, everybody.
Hello, hello.
We got him here. Finally, we had Seaberry last week, and this week we get Clogmonger. My solitary confines is now being allowing visitations. So thank you for coming and visiting me today, Clogmonger. How are you doing today?
Oh, I can't complain.
You take over the stream for a little bit here, okay? I finally get a break, so I'm gonna be back in a half hour.
Okay.
Start with like, hello everybody, I'm Clogmonger and I'm co-hosting today with Stat, so let's try that.
There we go. Well, you're really coming back in like 30 minutes?
No, I'm just munching on some mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, hello. I am Clogmonger and I will be joining Crash here today. Helping to commentate the 5-lap race here for Tier 2, or Series 2 here in the Midwest Formula 1 League. So how did the first race go? I just got here.
It went really well, actually. That was a absolutely chaotic race, which was pretty much an only race between Mystic Joker and El Magico, as they just, for all 16 laps or 18 laps, whatever it was, were just battling for what we assumed to be second place, but Scavney actually held off everyone for second place, as it was initially supposed to be Meeb just crushed everyone, simple as that. Boring. Meeb just like killed everyone by like 20 seconds. Scavney came second by like a half a second. One more lap and you probably would have dropped down to fourth. Mystic Joker was battling with El Magico for seemingly the whole race to try and overtake him for second place, but El Magico literally shut the door on like 4 or 5 different occasions, and Mystic Joker just couldn't get the job done. And then, yeah, like I said, there was a twist as Scavney came out of nowhere, or he didn't really come out of nowhere. He was like there for like the whole race after they pitted, and then just held on for second place, picking up his first podium of the year. So very, very exciting stuff.
Good. From the Discord, I heard that it rained.
Yes, I was about to say it. It was also a wet weather. God, I just turn into like Elmer Fudd sometimes. Like I swear to God. It was a wet weather race, which even made it better. So it was actually very exciting. So I've been treated to some quality product here this week in the Midwest F1 League. Haha.
Good. Well, yeah, just a reminder here. We as we made an announcement for our Tier 1, if anyone is listening, we are doing trophies this year for just the Series 1, so we are still taking donations if you guys choose to do so. It's absolutely not mandatory. However, you are more than welcome to do that to help support this league if you decide to do that. And in the future, if we can get there, then get some money kind of going in, maybe we can try to bring that down to our Tier 2 race as well. So just keep that in mind. And yeah.
Very exciting stuff. I'm like really looking forward to that. To be completely honest, it's such a cool thing to have this community, and then on top of it actually have some sort of trophy, piece of hardware, if you will, to show for your efforts at the end of the day, and for a couple of these drivers who are really deserving of it. Not saying that a lot of these drivers aren't, but the drivers who have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the pack, like, really do deserve a piece of hardware to prove that they were the winners of this first season of the Midwest F1 League.
For sure, for sure, and it's the tier one is only going to get a whole lot harder because I have raced with a few of these people here in our tier two who just happened to join late, so by default they go to this tier two race as most of the people that you were talking about battling for those podium spots. Yeah, they're really really quick, and I just think in a good season or two we're going to have some really tight battles and really really quick people, and that will be exciting for their yeah, so. All right, and for those of you who don't know, the format here for this 5-lap race is a reverse grid on how they finished in the first race here. So this is always exciting because then we can see these really, really quick guys that just, like maybe how he just took that race by 20 seconds. It'd be really nice to see him try to fight through there. This race is half points. And yeah, let's see what we got here. So.
It always ends up with some excitement here, so I'm really looking forward to this. So stay glued to your monitors here. Once we get going, we don't stop for the whole race.
Good.
So I'm really hoping that it's not me there, pork chops, the buffering issues. I seem to be getting everything solid on my end. Counting down, everyone seems to be setting up their car setups here. Let's say make a quick prediction here. Who do you got for today? Do you think there's going to be one of the guys from the back taking it?
I think that maybe has a really good chance of getting the podium here. So he's so quick. I know that he can get the job done getting up there. I'm not saying that guys like Majako and Mystic can't, but yeah. And here we go, 5 lights. And they're off.
Away we go. OG Northern starting on the top, getting a better start and holding on to first place, separating himself pretty well here. Feeman and Freeman, like I said, always find each other side by side again on this track, making it difficult for me to commentate. But it seems we have 4 wide that turn into 2 wide.
And we have a
crash by a 78 Corvette trying to jump up the order here. Trying to stay on the lead of OG Northerner. Opening up a second gap already. May have been involved in that incident as he's down the pack. Helg is off track, as is Feeman. Seems Mystic Joker has made up quite a bit of spots, as is El Magico. El Magico being in the top 10 now.
Absolutely, and this is just absolutely crazy. We got 3 wide going through most of this here. This middle of the pack is quite backed up here. Not backed up, it's just really crammed. There's not a whole lot of room for error as the Red Bull of JC Blackley just takes a little bit of his front wing off there. So let's see if that affects him as he just cuts that corner right there. And Majako gets a 2-second time penalty there.
Ooh, JC Blackley getting overtaken by the Williams and the Haas, but taking another lunge back into that stadium section turn. Trying to truly fight for that position back. You see Mystic Joker has come out of nowhere and overtaken El Magico. Him making up seems like 6 positions in that stadium section there as he finally, after one race and then 1 lap, has done the job and overtaken El Magico. El Magico.
I get that confused all the time too. I probably say it 3 different times within the same little bit.
Exactly that, but that little move that Mystic Joker pulled back on El Majako there, or Jacko, as he actually preferred to be called, is the exact same thing that Mystic Joker was getting done to him by Jacko that whole race prior.
And it looked like we had a little scrap here between Monkey Mafia, Freeman, and Static there. I saw Monkey, he kind of came off the track there for just a little bit. I don't know what happened, if there were some wheels bumping or what was going on there.
As we see Freeman go off track, Mr. Joker now loses his position to El Jacko Majoko. Going into
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of those guys is in the race. Jacko into 5th place. Mystic Joker, as you can see there in the back of your screen, going wheel to wheel with Monkey Mafia and ending up getting the job done. Finding himself in 6th place and once again finding himself behind Jacko.
As Helga set the fastest lap at a 1:18.3 right now, right behind Jacko there. So let's see here. And I did not see what happened with Random. It looks like Random is DNF'd right now.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, actually.
Just so much going on here, like, oh my goodness, and then you just don't realize that people DNF. Oh.
Exactly. We're halfway through this race here. Usually the top pack kind of stays a little closer, but today it seems they've separated themselves. OG Northerner is going to have to deal with Jacko, which is going to be a very tall order for him. He seems to be living off of these scraps races and these points, crashing out 2 out of the 4 races initially to start this year. Jacko getting a much better run, but OG Northerner not wanting to take the proper racing line and keeps on in 3rd place.
There is quite a scrap here between 4th and 8th place here. Everyone is within a second as DRS is available now. So we could see some people making some lunges here down these really, really long straights that we have here in Mexico.
Lord Zed and Aztec seem to be out of the session there. They might have, looks like they've crashed out on turn 17 there. Hash taking a look at the inside of Northerner there. Northerner will still not get any DRS. Hash will, so this should be a fairly easy pass for him. Oh, switching to the outside and ends up losing it, and into the wall he goes.
Looking at our position changes right now, Jacko, he's set here for the hard charger, it looks like, as of right now.
Ooh, Air going off track, and that might end up losing him. Oh, Mystic Joker's going to use Air here, maybe to hold in Jacko, but Jacko actually just wedges his way back on track. As once again, Mystic Joker cannot get the job done on Jacko. Ooh, as Jacko seems to having a little bit of connection problems here.
Absolutely, and it looks like there's going to be DRS between with Jacko and Mystic and possibly Hash here as well, as they're going to go down this long straight. Definitely going to have to ride along with these guys for this last lap to see who's fighting for that last podium position there.
Air won't get DRS into this second DRS section here into turn 4, as the DRS is carried over from the initial one just coming out of turn 16, or entering turn 16. Mystic picking up a 2-second time penalty. Air getting a little bit loose and just drifts out over near Mystic Joker, as Mystic Joker's now gets overtaken by Hash, as he ended up having to go wide, but Hash concedes the position to Mystic.
While all that action was going on, it looks like OG Northern must have lost it somewhere in the 3rd sector, and he got a DNF as well there. So
quite unfortunate, as we see the fireworks go off coming through the stadium section here. Yolmir is going to collect the win in this scraps race unless his penalties doesn't look like he did. Stat seems to be safe in 2nd place. El Magico actually had a penalty, as did Mystic Joker, which moves him down from 4th to 6th. Air goes to 4th, Hash to 5th. Monkey actually goes to 6th. Mystic went down to 7th, Helg to 8th, finishing off solid. Meeb ending up in 9th, Scavney in 10th, collecting 9 positions there. The best pawns, 11th, JC 12th, Freeman in 10th, Feeman in... Oh my god, they just end up together every... Like, I'm not kidding. They always find each other. Freeman and Feeman, 13th and 14th. 78 Corvette in 15th, K-Dog in 16th. Unless something were to happen here, but it seems that K-Dog is going to unfortunately pick up 16th place for her tonight.
yes.
I think today would be a good day for the first Friday night interview if Mystic and Jacko are willing to come on here today.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'd love to. If you could you send them an invite? I'll message them in the Discord and see if they'd be down.
Alrighty, so we're going to bring in Jacko and One more. Who was the other one?
Mystic Joker.
Here we go.
Oh, I've got to. Okay, I'll put the party on public now, so you can invite them.
Gotcha. Let me get this here real quick. Technical difficulties as we are not allowed to be in the same broadcasting booth due to COVID, so
Yeah.
you'll have to bear with us here. Won't even let us be in the same town, in the same state, in the same country, so you'll have to
Exactly.
bear with us. So, as we do have some invites set out for our post-race interviews here. As we kind of go down the order here, it looks like Helg was about the only person that that kept it nice and clean. Helg and 78 Corvette with 0 penalties there, so that probably benefited him a little bit.
Seems we gotta wait a couple minutes for Mystic Joker here, but while that is happening, I guess I'll plug all of our races and our locations for next week. Starting Wednesday, the F3 or the Tier 3 F2 League is going to be in Italy at Monza as we go back to Monza after being there twice back to back last week or 2 weeks prior. And then back on Thursday night, we'll be at Singapore. Oh, that's going to be fun. Singapore for the Tier 1. I'm sure a lot of drivers aren't looking forward to that, but I am, so I don't care. And
I am
then
as well. I actually enjoy that. I just don't like racing next to people because there's walls there. So
yeah, exactly that. And then we got Silverstone on Friday or 1 week from today. But unfortunately, we're gonna be without Mr. Joker for probably a couple minutes. But we got Jacko there. Jacko, this is a Friday first, so take a load off here, sit down, crack a beer. How like that battle between you and Mystic is the only reason why we're bringing you guys on, because that seemed to have lasted a race and a half. Like, what was going on there?
That's a battle that's lasted a good 4 years.
Yeah.
We've been
Okay.
racing each other for quite a while, F1 2016, and I think we both know that we can trust each other not to completely overstep the margin, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what allowed us to go side by side and so close without compromising each other in terms of damage or anything like that. And
Yeah.
also the fact that it was wet, because if there was DRS, he would have been passed, much like Silverstone yesterday.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. You seem to have been the later lunger in that wet race, as there was a couple times where he did get the absolute shot out of the turn 16 there, and even through turn 11. But you ended up being the later of breaker and had the better traction coming into those turns.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's to do with where you place the car, because if you can get some traction, for example, if you go a bit deeper on the brakes, but you have the outside, it usually works out with traction, especially as the car on the inside I know is going to be fair to me and give me at least some room. So I think that was basically what happened, and also looking at the deployment. Was
Wait,
kind of
I just want to cut you off for a second here. Clog, go run and get a pen and paper here, dude. Okay, yeah, sorry, continue.
No, that was basically it. Just saying that the deployment was pretty important as well, because I think there was a couple of times where he saved up and had a decent run.
Yes,
Other than
exactly
that,
that.
yeah, pretty fun. And I think we actually screwed each other over in terms of wasting time catching up to the McLaren that didn't pit, Scavney. What a great strategy that was.
Oh yeah, for sure. I had no idea that he was even there. I was just like, okay, he's gonna pit soon. He's gonna pit, and I'm like, okay, there's 2 laps left. I guess he's not pitting. And then I think you guys had about 3.5 seconds to make up on him, which you did. One more lap, and he probably would have been dropped down. But still, like,
Yeah, I thought about that strategy, but I mean, I knew it was legal, but I didn't think my tyres would make it in any sort of good condition. So he must have done a pretty good job in preserving them.
exactly that. Now we got Mystic Joker here. Now, keeping it PG, how pissed are you right now?
Uh, I'm a bit frustrated, but I mean, all in all, I enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know what the hell that that 5 lapper was right now, but
Yeah, that
not
gets
even gonna
chaotic.
comment on that. Yeah, not even gonna comment on that one. But the wet race, yeah, I just I did zero wet practice anything. This track I'm horrible at. I felt okay like in the dry, but I mean when it came to the wet, it was just I don't know. I was all over the place, and I just couldn't make anything stick. Jocko had like crazy late braking. I don't know. His traction was crazy. He just seemed to be able to just go full throttle on coming out of the corners like way faster than I could.
Yeah, it was some very exciting stuff. Like I was on with you two in that feature race the whole race. Like I think I tuned off of you guys. I tuned off of you a couple times, but
Yeah.
like I didn't leave you. It was just it was very exciting stuff and some very high quality racing. And like Jacko said, you could tell that there was respect between you two there, and to overstep and to finish one other's race, which was very good to see and some very exciting to see as well.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But
I
Claude, you have anything to say? Or sorry
had
if you're
some
gonna finish up
flashbacks.
there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, Jacko was saying that you guys got a decent history.
Yeah, we do. No, I mean, all in all, though, it was an enjoyable race. I mean, not the result that I wanted. I honestly didn't even like realize that that other McLaren was gonna like stay out, and I was like, okay, well, you know, we got the podium secured, and next thing you know, he's not pinning, and I'm just like, oh damn, okay.
Yeah, and what really killed it was your penalty, I think, with 2 or 3 laps left.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, for sure.
unfortunate. But yeah, no, exactly that. I didn't even. I was waiting for Scavney to come into the pits, but he just decided not to, which turned out to be like the killer strategy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
no,
was
that was
surprised
good stuff.
that you didn't pit a different lap to me there, Mystic. You probably would have overcut me.
I was
The
going
pace.
to. I was gonna pit the lap before, but
yeah,
Okay.
that's very
uh,
fair. Actually, I didn't even think about that, Jacko. If he just needed to avoid you,
yeah,
and then I think you came out and you were 3 seconds
I
back.
got slightly held up in the pits
Yeah, I
because
thought
my teammate had pitted
Mm.
and they like held me up just a tiny bit um and yeah, I was like 3 seconds behind, but I mean within like a lap I like made that up and
Yeah.
then just right back to being stuck.
Exactly that. Oh god. But yeah, no, like I said, it was very exciting stuff. Claude, you have anything to say there, dude? Any questions?
Looks like we have a question here in chat. They're asking Mystic and Jacko what were the downforce discrepancies, and I'm assuming possibly during the wet race. Like, how did that change your guys' downforce that you decided to do? Obviously, a little bit more, I would assume, but
I feel like Jocko was running a little bit more uh he had a little bit more straight line speed than I did. I feel like I was a lot quicker than him in like the middle section. Uh, but on the straights, I don't know. Sometimes even if I got a decent run out of the final corner down the main straight, he was just powering through, and I even with like using up a ton of my battery, was barely able to get up behind him.
Mm.
Yeah, I took
and
some wing off because I wanted to be able to battle rather than because I knew that there'll be a lot of drivers that were quicker than me, knowing Meb and Mystic probably would be in front of me. So I thought I'll just try and be P3. But I mean, I ended up P3 anyway. Not anticipating Scavney, but yeah, it was mainly for staying in front and being able to pass.
Mm. Yeah, well, don't make sure you don't release everything because this is Cam that's asking. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, make sure you hide your cards a little bit. He's trying to get a step up on you guys. Sorry, Cam, I can't let you do that to these guys. You got to figure it out yourself. But anyways, any last words there, Clog, before I bring it home?
No, I'm good. Take her away.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much once again for joining us. Thanks again to Mystic and Jacko for producing some very high quality entertainment for us. And I was honestly on the edge of my chair the whole time, and I really thoroughly enjoyed what was on product for today. We're off until Wednesday or Thursday if you're on Australia for Jacko here. Jacko, it's 1:30 where you are right now.
Correct.
Yeah, look at me go. I'm getting better at this stuff, okay? So, okay, I just needed to prove myself. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday night at 6:30 with our Series 3 F2 cars, like I said before, in Italy, so make sure you tune into that. We have also now got up the highlight video of Hungary on the channel as we were having a little bit of difficulties with our editing team, but they figured it out. And yeah, I'm calling it a team because it is a team effort to edit all that stuff, so it is very much appreciated for the guys to do that. And make sure you go check that out and give that a good view. If you don't like watching that whole race, you can just watch 10 minutes of it and enjoy everything the exact same. So go check that out. We will get yesterday's edition up hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, as it is Thanksgiving actually in Canada, so cut us a little bit of slack because that's where the editing team lives. But other than that, yeah, hopefully we can see you Wednesday. Hopefully we can see you on our Twitter and our YouTube page, and be sure to come back to the Twitch page to check out everything. As Element, yeah, he's just absolutely spamming all that YouTube and F1 Twitter page stuff, so go check that out and be very much appreciated. But other than that, I think that's it. So we will hopefully see you Wednesday night. And we're done, guys.